Helps if I turn the microphone on. How's everybody doing this morning? I am working with a new program today, so please forgive any glitches and bugs and the fact that I'm 5 minutes late. I'm really hoping I will have comments somewhere. We're working out all the kinks this morning, so bear with me. Okay, if you have joined, say hi. Just so I can figure out if this thing's working. I think if I do this. Maybe just so that I make sure I at least have that chat going. Okay, I got one. Hey, Catherine, welcome in. It's 3 p.m. there. So you're nice and awake, ready for lunch, or just had lunch. I'm ready to get stitching. So last Saturday we did some finishing, and it didn't go so well. I tried to finish this Biscornu, and I was doing really well until the fabric started falling apart on me. So I'm going to hold off on finishing it till I get something to stabilize it. And I don't have anything immediately ready to start finishing, so we're just going to stitch today. And depending on how long we're here, you get to see the chaos that is my stitching lately, because I have 3 daily 100s every day now before I even get stitching on my other stuff. Had a very nice brunch at 12 and just filmed your second floss tube. Awesome. What's your okay. I'm seeing chat twice. Are y'all seeing chat twice on the screen right over here? Kinks. I gotta get it figured out. Ooh, I think I know. Hold on. There we go. Let's go with that. I need to get my second monitor hooked up. I think that will be much help. Okay. It should fix in just a second. I think I figured out what was going on. So I imported everything from the last software I was using into this, and so it came with its own chat box, and then I created a chat box, and all right. So I am doing 3 daily 100s before I get to my normal daily stitching, and so if we can get through all of them, you'll kind of see that. But am I following you on FlossTube? It would be the same as your screen name, right? Let me see if I can go to channel, subscribed. I will go watch your whip parade later. That'll give me something to do while I stitch this afternoon. So, all right, I will switch screens here in a minute, and we're probably gonna have to deal with the chat box thing again. Also, I have 2 cameras and the microphone plugged into my computer, so I cannot plug in my mouse, which means I have to use the laptop mouse, which means reaching across the table. All right, we're gonna attempt to transition. This will be the first time. Let me fix. Ooh, I'm gonna need some sort of background to the chat box. Let's turn this one off. I wonder. That's not what I want to do. Maybe? trying to see how to put like a background on the chat box because it just sits on top of my stitching and it's a little hard to read. Let's do like a light gray. I don't think that did anything. Okay, we're just going to go with it for now. I'm thinking... Hold on. I've seen this done before. So... Okay, let's see. So I'm going to add this. And then the only problem is it's covering up my stitching. Okay, let's properties. That's not making that very easy to read, is it? Okay, I think we're just going to go with what we've got right now and figure it out later. Hey, Holly, welcome in. How are you this morning? Well, that didn't work out. Hold on. It wants to move everything except what I'm actually trying to move. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with that where the chat's over the stitching for now. We'll get it figured out. So I'm going to start with Alice this morning. Morning, Heather. Kid woke you up super early. How he always knows it's Saturday is beyond me. Hello, welcome in. First time joining your live. Catherine Stitches, let me know about you. Awesome. Thank you, Catherine. Well, welcome in. I hope you enjoy the live. We find them kind of fun around here. Okay, I'm going to start out. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things today. We're going to stitch. And we're also going to, tired, but I have coffee. Awesome. I should probably have coffee, but I don't drink coffee. We're going to stitch. We're also going to go through a little bit of stock that I have in my shop. I do a special, y'all, I can spin a wheel on the screen now. Y'all just wait. It's so cool. But when I'm live, I will have a couple special things I've pulled. If you decide to me please it, then I will spin a wheel with a discount code or with the discount amount that I'll put on the invoice. So what I'll do is if we get our 100 stitches in here, then we'll do that, and then we'll 100 stitches on the next project, so on and so forth, which could help you keep a count for what our stitch count is going to be at the end, because every day we play a game here that if you're the closest guess to my stitch count, you go into a lottery at the end of the month for a prize. I haven't figured out what the prize is yet. So just to give you a heads up, that's the few things we got going on stream today. I am using a new software, so there's some changes. I'm gonna have to mess with it a little bit because right now there's something going across the bottom of my screen and I don't know what it is. Okay. All right, so let me find my tablet. We got a pattern keeper with Miss Alice. It feels like Saturday morning's actually kind of a good time if we can get some of our UK people here from the afternoon. That's cool. All right, we're going back to the top of the page. I don't really have a good place to have my tablet. I'm gonna need a prop of some sort because the glare. Okay, we're gonna go with that. All right, so these are the last two squares here at the top before we finish out this page. Oh, and I don't know if I brought needles. That's going to be a problem. Oh, there's a needle right there. Okay, we're good. There we go. Got that pinned up out of the way. We are ready to get started. This is not parked. These need to be clipped. Okay, where'd y'all hide my scissors? Oh, there's some right there. Alrighty. I got, I don't know, like 500 or 600 stitches in yesterday. It wasn't too bad. Hope everything's showing up okay. I know it's a little crooked, but it's kind of where I have to have the camera at this point. There we go. Full coverage, first thing in the morning. Who's with it? I think we are right along. We're going to follow her arm kind of this way. If I didn't work block by block, this is about the time when I would just follow her arm so I could keep stitching, but I do the block by block. Everything looks good. Thanks, Holly. Got 800 in yesterday. Need to decide what I'm stitching on today. Ooh. Did you watch the Bake Off last night? Because that might help decide. I haven't even gotten to last week's stitches for the Great British Bake Off and now, or Bake Show. And now I've got a whole nother week set. But it's okay. I'll get caught up eventually. Don't let it be said that I don't have anything to stitch for. Full coverage all day, every day. Nice. What are you full coveraging over there? For the most part, I just full coverage 100 stitches daily on the days that I'm off. So right now that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This week it's Alice. Next week it'll be Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. Hey, Sandy. Sleeping in is always good. I kind of did too. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of in a rush to get this set up. And I will get your package in the mail today. Probably won't go out till Monday, let's be honest, but it'll, like, it's in the package. I just need to print the shipping label. So I do have a couple other quote unquote full coverages that I work on randomly, but these two get regular. Need to watch it today. I'm caught up with that, but behind on Big Brother stitching. Girl, me too. Me too. Especially since I decided to go ahead and do full stitches for the double eviction. Like, I just leave my life in chaos. But again, never let it be said that I don't have anything to stitch, you know? Heather, I am trying to finish the third part of Witchy Way. Awesome. Witchy Way. Is that a Sal? I would like the Christmas. Yes, I have already put in my order for the Christmas one. So I should be getting it soon. Excuse me. Ebony is working on a piece called Water Nymph, filling in a ton of 939. That dark blue. Nice. It's the Sal. Okay. I have to look that one up. 612. Weather got me all messed up today. From Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Ooh. I've done a couple of their Sals. I did the Halloween one a couple years ago and the Christmas one right before it. I need to get those fully finished. It's not gonna work. I have a tablet holder, but it's somewhere. I think it might be in the house. How many parts is it, Heather? Are you doing okay keeping caught up? That's the thing about stitch-alongs, is I never seem to stay caught up with them. Got some ninja stitching going on. Excuse me. Hey, Pocket. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong chat. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay, I seem to have managed Okay. I seem to be managing so far. I switched over to OBS this morning. I think I have almost everything set up. We'll see. Awesome. I'm glad it looks good. Doing some full coverage stitching this morning. It's 4 parts, 5 shops on a spooky street. Part 4 releases next Wednesday. Very fun colors. Very nice. Okay, Siri bot's doing its job. That's good. That's good. Catherine's working on a HAID today. Which HAID are you working on? I do like that the 2 chats have merged on my screen for y'all very well. I'm going to have to create some sort of chat box, though, to make it a little bit easier to see. But at least you can still see my stitching through it. But I'm stitching over here and the chat's over here, so. Doop, doop, doop. I wish I could HAID like Jessie HAIDs. I'd have this one done in no time. Oops. I was seeing her update on Instagram yesterday of Personal Sunshine. That piece is amazing. In the sunroom. Super cute, but huge. Well, that's... I feel like that's the case with most HAIDs. I mean, these are minis, so they're not super huge, and they're still really big. So this one's 77,500 stitches. I am currently at 53.56%. How are they able to stay on track? Is it... Yeah, I agree. I've never been really good at monogamy. Like, I get bored easily, but if I could. There's also the fact that I don't really like taking my HAIDs to work because the risk of them getting dirty and things like that when you have to stitch on them for such a long amount of time. So there's that too. I don't get as much time to stitch here at home. This one is a gift from my sister, or not really a gift. She knows about it. She's watching the progress. And I told her, because she told me how much she liked it and wanted it. I said, I'll stitch it for you, but you got to understand it's going to take me like 10 years. So she's just watching the progress on Facebook. I am over halfway, yes. So, let me scroll out a bit. I need to put the case back on this thing. Okay. I'm going to scroll out so y'all could see. This is how much I have done currently. And then how much I have left to do. So, she's so gorgeous. It's one of the things I never really liked, the big-eyed characters. And she's just really grown on me. And the first couple years I had her, I didn't have pattern keepers, so that's made a big difference too. because being able to like search for symbols, things like that. Thank you. I started this one in 2018. Yes, it's a Hannah Lynn. No, wait. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. That's who it is. Started in June of 2018. So it's what, 6 years old now? Gonna make good on my 10-year promise, I think. Yes, that's the other one. Yeah. Yeah, they both have that same aesthetic. I can probably make the font a little bit smaller too. If y'all are watching on TV, that writing is like huge. Hey Jessie, welcome in. The inspiration for starting this project, as I saw hers. Oh, I have an ad break on Twitch in 2.5 minutes, just so that you're aware. It doesn't tell me when the ad breaks are on YouTube. I saw Jessie stitching on this one, and I was like, that just looks like it'd be fun to stitch with everything, the melting clock and the elephants with really long legs. And speaking of Jessie, and she appears. I've got magic powers like that. Where's my $1 million? So that's why I showed my sister, and I was like, what do you think of this? And then I started it at StitchCon with Jessie. Your ears were burning. Had to go hunt for the mouse that was talking about you. Now, I was saying, I saw your update on Personal Sunshine on Instagram last night, and I would love to make the progress that you do on full coverage. But my patience for staying with the same project for very long is not great. Are you working on Personal Sunshine again this morning? Ooh. I was about to say, all you have to do is do different than like you like to. Yeah. I mean, it's like I was explaining when I first got on. Part of the reason we're stitching on this is because it's my daily 100, and I've got 2 other daily 100s I have to get to now, thanks to some games we like to play. And so I'll be switching after 100 stitches on this. And okay, Twitch is experiencing an ad break right now. So we're going to do 100 on this, and then I'm going to show some stuff from the shop. If anybody me pleases the shop stuff while on the live, then they will get, I pull up a wheel up here on the screen this way, and see what kind of discount you get in front of everybody. It's fun. And then we'll pull out the next project and put 100 in it. Holly can't be monogamous either. It's too much fun. There's too much good stuff out there. So, and even still, even though I'm changing projects like 4 times a day, I do still feel like I'm getting really good progress on things. Like, they look so much different than when I started them this year. It'll be interesting. It'll be nice seeing with Notions totals without having to go through and add them up myself, because I never got around doing that the last couple years. Yes, can't stop. Need to. Way behind on games, but can't stop on this one. I'm close to zeroing out a few major purples. Very nice. Yeah, when I see, like, you know, colors on this, like 152 only has 15 more stitches. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll just go find those 15 stitches and put them in. But I know they're probably nowhere near where I am, so we're not trying to zero out colors on this project. We're not ready. We're not that close. Pattern Keeper says we're at 53.57%. Now, that being said, I think I have zeroed out a few colors, but it was because they were just in her hair or just in her eyes, things like that. See, this is her arm going down. And you know how hard it is not to just finish it out. Just, I could do it. I both like sticking with the system and want to rebel against it at every turn. Currently have 7 colors with 1 stitch left. Oh, goodness. Are you fighting the urge to go find them and just put them in? Because I know you stitch block method like this. Okay, I have at least 3 people this morning working on HAIDs, or full coverage projects anyway. What are your percentages if you have Pattern Keeper? I guess it's kind of hard to know if you don't. This isn't gridded and I'm not. Oh, I don't blame you. I'm not confident in my counting abilities even with grids. That's why, again, Pattern Keeper has been really good for me, because I'll double click, you know, to park it, put the little triangle there, and then when I go to that square and I'm like, wait a minute, that color is not in the right square. I know where it's supposed to be. 83.75. That is awesome. Whew, so exciting. Catherine or Ebony is still here. Do y'all have a percentage? And then I went and did that. Ebony is at 4.07, but I've completed nearly 18,000 stitches. It's gonna be a big one. Sandy says I should work on my amazing animals. Is that one a full coverage? Next color. So it's not going to happen with this block because we start to change from one thing to another thing. But I love when you've parked everything you need for that block. Catherine says she's at 2.21%. Those really big ones, it's hard to gain percentage. Like, I've gone from the first time I told you I was at 53.56 and I'm at 53.59 with, I've done 33 stitches this morning. But that's because this is a mini and doesn't have that many, it doesn't have as many stitches. So it's easier to see progress. Going to be huge. I didn't realize when I started it I was still a newbie to full coverage. I've nearly done 3 pages and not even at 5%. Ooh, it is. I feel like that with the first couple full coverages I started, I ended up UFOing them because of stuff and things. But it was when I bought the fabric and I was like, oh my goodness. Hateful, haven't worked on in a long time. I think she said she was working on Water Nymph. Ebony is working on Water Nymph. And Jessie, Catherine Stitches, which is just a few comments above you, apparently just started a floss tube. She recorded video number 2 today. And when I went to follow her, video number 1 is a whip parade. So if you need something to binge. Or if anybody does. I know I get good stitching during whip parades. Y'all are cross stitching and I'm crocheting. Crocheting's great too. I was watching your stream last night, kind of on mute because I was on Zoom with some friends, but whatever you're working on right now in those gorgeous blues looks so good. I've crocheted a little bit. I've done a couple granny squares. In fact, there's usually one sitting on the back of this chair, but not a whole lot. Let's see. Yes, it's Water Nymph by Blushing Pink Stitches. I will be stitching it forever. Holly says Secret Carousel is at 22.14 with just over 4 pages done. That's not too bad. And Ebony says Catherine's video was so good. Ooh. I told her, I was like, that's what I'm going to watch this afternoon when I'm not live and need to get my stitches in. Stitching May did a whip parade just the other day too, because it's been a year since she put out a floss tube, so she figured best way to catch up is to just show everything. In fact, I don't think I've quite finished hers yet. Hubs is going gaming tonight. Nice. I have to go to bed early because I have to work tomorrow. But that being said, it's Sunday and nobody comes to work, so I sit there and stitch all day. I don't know why I'm complaining. It's the getting up at 3:30 in the morning and the hour and a half drive to work. Those are my complaints. It's green. Camera just hates green. I get it. I need to figure out how to really get cameras to show off colors right, because I know it's possible. I just know I'm not doing it right. Ebony, do you do floss tube videos? Also, as y'all can see from the chat, I stream on 2 services. I'm both on YouTube and Twitch. And my friend Pocket Roddy is over on Twitch right now. And she has a floss tube. Is it called Pocket Roddy? I can't remember. I've watched it. I follow. I can't remember what your floss tube is. Ow. Ebony says, that's my plan. Husband and son gone to the football, and I've done all my housework, so stitching and floss tube for the rest of the day. That is the way to spend a Saturday. My husband is sucked into a new show that he is absolutely enjoying. Ryan is probably still asleep. Pocket Roddy Crafts on floss tube. So there's another floss tuber everybody can follow. Ebony has a channel, mainly full coverage. Okay, and it's In Stitches with Ebony. We're going to shout out all the floss tubes going on here today. Heather's here, and she is Confetti Stitcher. She has floss tubes. Because you can never have enough, right? There's not enough time in the day to watch all the floss tubers, but we're going to attempt it anyway. Yeah, a lot of the people that I follow on Twitch is another it's mostly live streaming, and it's mostly gamers, but we do have a section called Makers and Crafting, and you can see cross stitching, Legoing, knitting, crochet, some other things I don't think I can pronounce. So Pocket says I need to film a floss tube. It's been a hot minute. So I've really been enjoying the lives and interacting like what we're doing now. So, well, I did this a couple years ago, but since I've gotten back into it, let's say, so I stream on both. And part of the reason for that is because I have the following on YouTube from having done floss tubes for so long. But I like the community that is on Twitch. So this allows me to communicate with all my YouTube people while slowly building up in the Twitch community. So it's a lot of fun. I try and put out my floss tubes every Monday, but I'm not. Sometimes I'll be like in the process of uploading it and completely forget about it, so it's Tuesday or Wednesday before I actually get it posted. What can you do? Ebony and Jessie are whip twins with Sweet Summertime, though her twin is more developed than mine. Ebony says she's in a love-hate relationship with that stitch. This is the last of our parked threads before I have to start pulling threads. Does this thing have a counter? Okay, we've been here 51 minutes. I haven't quite gotten my 100 yet. Good morning, handsome. Yeah. Is Dad asleep or just watching his show in there?
I didn't mean to sleep laying down.
Yeah. And I think Lexi's still at her friend. She spent the night at their house last night.
Yeah, she's just down the street.
Yeah. It is 9:51.
I asked him and I have my phone in my pocket.
I need to get one of those go live or live in studio or whatever lights to put on the outside. You know, so like you flick a switch and it tells you that I'm streaming instead of you having to ask.
How many people are in your stream?
I don't know. This thing doesn't like keep up very well.
But hey, my eyes are not bad.
That's good.
Feels like there's no gunk in it.
Jesse sent the pink eye over to my house. Let me see. You gotta get closer. Oh yeah, you're looking good. But don't take antibiotics.
Okay. Maybe make me a little cereal.
Yeah. If we have any. You would know better than I would.
I mean, there's still a whole bag of yours.
Okay.
I think I just picked the blackhead. Because I went like that and then something was in my nail. Well, hi stream, goodbye stream.
Ryan says hi and bye. Oh, that's what happened.
Opened it just to look straight into the sun. That caught me off guard.
He ended up having to go to the doctor yesterday. He has an enlarged sinus, and they gave him antibiotics for it, but I don't think it's... And she doesn't either. She doesn't think it's an infection, but the antibiotics just to be on the safe side while we wait for ENT. Because with him having Gorlin syndrome, there's a chance it's a tumor. So we need to find out for sure. And then they're sending Lexi to a new cardiologist that hopefully actually does something. So we'll see. Good morning, Susan. How are you? It's just before 5 p.m. there. Awesome. This does seem like a better time frame to catch all of those around the world. I am stitching on Minnie, Alice, and a Dolly Dream from Jasmine Beckett Griffith. At least until I get this block done. What are you stitching on today, Susan? All right, we're going to start pulling new colors. All right. Feeling rather hot as I've spent 6 hours watching my godsons play cricket. Awesome. I got scorched. Ooh. Working on Miss Christmas Eve. I gotta work on her soon. I get to avoid the outdoor sports until Lexi plays softball. And at least then it's in the evening time. Still plenty hot, but in the evening time. Then just stitch. Just a single stitch of that color. Our weather's doing a little bit better. We are staying in the 80s all week this week, I believe. It's a little bit of a relief, especially for the desert of Texas. Heather, I think baby boy is going to be a baseball guy like his dad. Love baseball. It's fine but hot. You're pushing for hockey. Gotta get him on those skates. Feeling like fall here finally with highs in the 70s. Beautiful. When the high for the day does not even reach 70, I'm making a bowl of, or a pot of chili that day. When I've been making my grocery orders this last week, I keep checking the temperatures. I'm like, I'm going to get one cold day so I can have chili. We love a good weather chat here. Hey, Kat. Welcome in. Good morning. It's very early for you, lady. I guess little ones don't really let you sleep in, though. It's 57. Catherine says it's 57 with me today. I'm bundled up in my cozy jumper. That sounds like heaven, right? Holly says definitely getting to be soup season. It's 11. Well, you know. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're finally getting better. Do you do crock pot meals, Holly? I was watching a video about crock pot meals the other day, and I thought of you, and I meant to ask, and then I got sidetracked, and I forgot. Getting close to the end of this block. Ebony says it's 60 here in the northwest of England. Awesome. 60 degrees. That's pretty too. And Catherine is in Scotland? I feel like I remember. Kat says I slept most of yesterday and the day before. Oh goodness. It's hard when it takes it out of you that bad. It's 95 where Susan is. That's still really warm. Let me see what my app says. It is high of 88 today. It's currently 71. I do crock pot meals for sure. Last me a few days and I hate cooking, so when yeah, right? I know, I was kind of excited because the meals the last 2 days made quite a bit of leftovers, so like I have lunches for the week. Northern Ireland. Almost said Ireland. Crackpot. You are a... Okay, we've got ads starting in 30 seconds over on Twitch. Just giving y'all a heads up. Since I now get a heads up, that's pretty cool. I'm learning things. Getting close to finished with this 100. I don't like ads. Oh, thanks, Kat. Thank you for subscribing. Did it pop up? Did I miss it? Did it pop up? I don't have sound. I gotta work on that too. I'm still working on things. Slowly but surely. High 70s here today. Not quite season yet, but soon. Hoa, hoa, hoa. What is that? I feel like you're just trying to make me say something. Ad break will end in 1 minute. Now, YouTube does not inform me of when the ads run, so if you end up with an ad, You may have to get me to repeat myself. In fact, I think it said something about it's different for, like, different for each person. Twilight? It's been too long, Jesse. I have Turbo. I've been... We don't need another subscription, but I've thought about it. Excuse me. Thank you. Got a little bit of the allergies going on this morning. I blame all the weather changing. Well, and then we live 2 blocks from some construction. So that doesn't seem to be helping anybody right now. And we'll just have one more color after this. And then Cat will need to look away because I need to sell some more charts. And then we will pull out the next project. Skip that one. Go to that one. Last color, and of course it's a single ninja stitch. $8.69. Did you decide what to pull out, Holly? I know you told us about the percentage on Secret Carousel, but I wasn't sure if that's what you decided to work on. So there is 100 stitches on Alice. And this is what she'll look like all done, thanks to the needle minder that Jessie sent me. So we're right here. Alice in Wonderland tree from Tiny Modernist, right? It's a good one too. Alright, I'm gonna set that there. Where's my camera? Okay, I'm gonna put Alice up. And then I'm gonna switch screens. Oh, not that. Okay, because I think I have this set up right. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I think that's right. Oh, there we go. There we go. Pull this off to the side. Chat box is much more reasonable on this one. All right, so I'm going to show you all a couple things. Let's get this out of my way. Feel free to completely ignore me. If you're interested, me please. And if you me please it first, then I will spin a wheel. I'm going to just go ahead and turn the wheel on. Here. There we go. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so wheel, and just to give y'all an example, I can spin it. Whatever it lands on, that is the discount. So, of course, it's going to land on 30 when it's not a real spin. As you can see, it ranges from 10% to 30%. Again, this is only if you're interested. If not, ignore me. It'll only last a minute, and then we will get back to what we were doing. We will start stitching on the next project. Alright. But, of course, I'm not prepared, so give me just a minute. Speak amongst yourselves. I am kind of keeping with a theme, because I can't help myself. It is October. So, got the wheel on. Yes. Yeah, vintage helped me. So, I'm slowly getting things together. Okay. So, first thing I have is from Little Stitch Girl. If you like houses and you like Halloween, don't look now. So it's got these 3 little plaid Halloween houses. They are, doesn't say. Hold on. 75 by 75. So, this one is 18 If you're interested, me please, and then of course spin the wheel for a discount. This is Nightmare on Plaid Street from Little Stitch Girl. I'm gonna hold that here while I do this next part. All right, next we have Good Witch, Bad Witch from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This one is $10 plus the discount. Autumn Lane. So super cute. Holly, look away, look away. Okay, so this is Good Witch, Bad Witch. Okay, next we have Spooky from Needle Bling Designs. And this one is $8. It helps if we don't put it upside down. Spooky. Don't look here. I may need to hold it back. The lighting on this is not great. There we go. So this is Spooky from Needle Bling Designs, and it is $8. I only have 2 more. Only 2 more. If you're looking away. All right. Oh! Just gonna throw things everywhere. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, the next and last Halloween one is Smile Pumpkin from Alessandra Adelaide. This is a used chart, so it's only $5. There's no markings in it or anything like that. It's just, it's been used previously. So that one's $5. And then I Love More Strong from Blackbird Designs. This one's not Halloween, but it's a sampler. And this one's $18. And then a discount. So that is everything. If you're interested, let me know. If not, we'll do it again later. All right. My next project. Actually, I gotta grab something. I'll be right back. Squeeze. Okay. Okay. So this is my new daily 100 for this week for one of the games that I'm playing. And it's a Haid, and I have it as part of my full coverage set, but it's not full coverage. So this is QS Ladybugs. And I'm not filling it in. Some people are like, just fill it in. I don't want to fill it in. I like the sketched look. Change my pattern keeper. That's why I decided to do this one next, so that we stick with pattern keeper for a little bit. All right. And this one should stitch up pretty quickly because it's one color. Okay, I can turn the... I'll switch back over to this. All right, so here's where we're at. On this one, I am, I'll pull up my chat. Hold on. So on this one, I'm at 81%. knocking all kinds of things off this table. This one is just, I'm actually doing 2/1 on 28 count, so that it's got that nice thick full look. Sometimes maybe a little bit too much when you're trying to get details like why there's spaces in that, I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to work on this one for 100 stitches. Now, since I don't have a block to fill, I have to pay attention to the stitch count a little bit closer. Where's my scissors? I absolutely loved, I don't know where I saw this for the first time, but when I did, absolutely fell in love with it. And it was a gift. Somebody gifted it to me. And I love it. Forget what year I started it. I know it was a WIPGO year because it was my reward for completing a bingo on WIPGO. That I could start a Haid. Where am I at? Oh, I don't think I knew you weren't filling it. Yeah, it's not charted to be filled in, so I just like the way it looks just like that. Good morning, Kelly. How are you doing? So this is what it looks like when it's all done. I'm down in here somewhere. But whatever you can't see because of the way that I folded the fabric is complete. So this area is all that I have left to stitch. So now I just have to figure out where I'm at. Okay, I think we're gotta have a good day, Catherine. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, I really like this one. I think it'll be exciting to finish it up and wash the grid out and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna move this back up because I need room for my hand under here. Okay, this needle is going to take a second to get used to again. I haven't used it in a while. It's the ball tip. One of my friends recommended when I'm working on linen to use the ball tip because it doesn't cut the threads. But it's what I had sitting nearby. And it's catching on this even weave pretty well. Almost to the point it doesn't want to go where I need it to go. So I had at one point like 8 full coverages, I think. 8 or 9. No, I think it was 8. And I decided to keep 4 in my active rotation and have 4 that are kind of sitting on the sidelines, passive, if you will. And then I ended up adding another full coverage to that. So I've got 5 that are active and 4 that are passive. And this one I consider one of my full coverages only because it's a Haid. Because obviously it's not full coverage. But I lump it in with those. Both in deciding how many to have active and in my goal count. Because I have a yearly goal for each of my projects. If it's a full coverage, it gets 3,000 stitches in the year before I can say, oh, I don't want to stitch on that for the rest of the year. And I usually don't do that, but if I were to choose to, I have to at least hit the goal first, right? And all my other whips are 2,000, and any new starts are only 500. And I did that because one year I almost completed my goal on all my projects, and then I started like 5 new projects in November and didn't get them to their goal before finish that stitch December, in which I didn't work on them at all. So now I tell myself new starts only need 500. And then they usually get more than that because I want to work on them more since they're new. But minimum of 500. And I feel like that's made pretty good progress on all my projects throughout the year. Thread's all tangled up. So yeah, this one's going to be my daily 100 this week, so I have to remember to take my pattern keeper to work with me. Does anybody else set a bunch of yearly goals for your stuff? Get you motivated to get to stitching on them. I have 40 active projects. I think I have 5 passive projects. Like they're just sitting on a shelf waiting to tag in when one of these tags out, right? And then I have like 70 something kitted ready to start. I am doing a new start on the 13th this month. So I will be up to 41. I take that back. I'm currently at 39? I just had a finish recently. So I might be at 39. But then I'm starting that new project, so... So This is definitely a small project. This one's only 12,264 stitches. Twitch has an ad break in 3 minutes. I don't count stitches, but I love doing acrostics, whip go, ABC bingo, and they're what keep you motivated. Awesome. I do whip go. My whip go board this year is all friends and family, and I let them pick which whip I'm going to work on for 500 stitches. So this month it was my son and my friend Kate from Fickle Stitches here on Floss Tube. So that's made it fun and exciting again. And I do have a reward system for each bingo that I get on WhipGo. So, which I'm behind on. I need to update my board and see where I'm at with getting those rewards. I know I've gotten one so far, and it was $15 for a stitchy accessory that I haven't used yet. I need to pay attention to where I'm at. Hold on. Which other one did you say? Acrostics. So do you just do like give it a whole day, or give it like a certain time frame since you don't count stitches? Just love trying to frog the teeny tiny little stitches. I need to figure out goals and what I want to do for WhipGo next year. It is almost planning season. I feel like when you get towards the end of the year, October, November, December time frame, it's time to gear up for next year. Even though you've got months, can't help it. Got to get to planning. I need to start figuring out what my focus pieces are going to be next year. Kelly says, I love WhipGo. Thanks, Jessie Marie. Your squares are categories, like for someone else, for me, oldest, holiday, to name a few. Okay. That works too. I find with my personality that if I tell myself you have to work on this one thing, then I don't usually want to work on it. And so having things like categories where, okay, I'm telling you have to stitch on a category, but you can pick whichever whip you want, is a lot more helpful. This year you did all full coverage projects on your WhipGo. And how are you doing? Have you been keeping up with WhipGo? Or are you behind or choosing to just move forward from here. Susan says I work on each project for 2 days, so depending on the day, it could be 2 hours or 6 hours. Eh? Yep. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing days, for me personally, was because if I put 5 stitches in it, that was a day. And so some things weren't getting the amount of progress I felt like they needed. So I have to go a little more stitch based on stitch count. But it's all about what gets you motivated. Right now for me, that is Stitchy Games. And I'm not sure how to refer to them any better than games, but this one goes one more. So I like reality TV a little too much at times, I think, but I watch Big Brother, and so we developed a game. Well, Jesse developed a game, and I just kind of tagged along. That goes with Big Brother and stitching. So I'm letting it dictate my whips, which is actually kind of nice because then the decision fatigue's gone. I did it with the yearly full coverage fanatic goals, and it lasted until July, but got to be too much. Now it's just work on the project, so I'm keeping up, but need some actual stitch count goals. Gotcha. I saw something about next year. Look, I was 3/4 asleep scrolling for Facebook like this. And I saw something about next year's Journey to the Moon for full coverage fanatics. I need to look into it because I need to give my full coverage more attention than it's been getting. Now, don't get me wrong. It gets stitching every other week for at least 100 stitches a day, but I would like to see one of them finish soon. I'll see what Magical Stitches comes up with. Yep. I haven't talked to Emily lately. I need to see how she's doing, if she started on plans for next year. I started off really strong with her yearly event and then just kind of tapered off. But let's go to the moon together. It's team based and you pick your team. Okay. We're going to have to talk. I'm a sucker for the team based stuff too. Like, I'm about to start throwing pumpkins at people. One of my groups is doing pumpkin smashing, which is basically like snowball fights with pumpkins. Okay, I need to highlight before I realize I'm not stitching the right section again. 3, and then block, and then 2, 1, 2, 2. There. Okay. Sounds painful. Yeah. We're going to be Hulk smash. So, I don't know if you toss the pumpkin or give the person the pumpkin. Like, I didn't read that closely. Basically, you stitch for pumpkins and you send them to people in some manner. And then, they have to smash the pumpkin before they can start stitching again. Kind of like when you dry off after a snowball. So, it'd be fun. What you mean it's the start of planning season? I've had a preliminary WIPGO 2025 board since the end of July. Well, look, overachiever over there. I don't even think it's so much that you overachieve as like planning is what makes your world go round, right? I know Vicky always plans for next year really. Like when we were running Magical Stitches, it was March or April and she was starting to plan for the next year. I'm like, girl, I'm not ready. I'm barely getting my head together with this season, you know? My big thing is figuring out which one I'm going to split into 12 pieces so that I work on it each month for the whole year and have it finished in December. That's the tricky one. Accurate. I'm a plan early, plan often kind of girl. Yep. I'm chunking mine at people they better duck. Yeah, I was telling... Who was I telling? Siski. Because, you know, I've been really into her videos. Because she plans every video, and every video her plans change. I love the planning part. It's me being indecisive and not loving anything yet. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing is just going, here's what we're going to do. Because sometimes it just has to hit you like that. Sorry, stretch break. Like this Monopoly game that I'm playing, I was watching a couple videos and then all of a sudden this idea just started formulating and it wouldn't stop. And you need to love it that much in order to stick with it, I think. But I love the videos that plan and then a video or two later, they're like, well, that didn't work. On to the next thing. Because while I feel like lately I found a rhythm that really works for me and I'm kind of sticking to it, not constantly changing my plans. It's the fun part, right? Of finding that. So, and so since I found that when it came to most of my pieces, now what I'm doing is when I'm not focusing on something, how am I filling my time? And that's where the games started coming in. The Big Brother game, the Great British Bake Off game, I don't know why I keep calling it Bake Off. Anyway, the Monopoly game, whatever, which I actually need to check. It might be my turn on Monopoly. It might not. I think she was working in confetti area last night. Discord. Nope, I'm good. She's stitching. Wait, she got confetti. I'm also a completionist. Like, you have to hit that goal. You have to finish one thing before you move on to the next thing, type thing. Feel like you have to do the whole challenge. That makes sense. I really struggle with anything that makes you put a time limit on something or a time frame on anything. I struggle with that sort of thing. So, like, even this Big Brother game that we're playing, like, I am 2 weeks behind. I'm making progress on it regularly, but I'm behind, and I'm telling myself that's okay. Because if I start to tell myself, oh, you have to get it done before the next episode, well, then it's just not getting done because I'm going to stress out and not do it. So, just taking it one thing at a time and going down a checklist. And this coming up week, I think, is the last week, so I'll have some real time after that to catch up. I will not be using this needle next time. It's really throwing me off. It finds the holes really well, but once it goes in, it doesn't really like to come out. I hate planning, so I'll be doing that December 31st. Holly's just gonna wing it. She's just gonna see what falls in her lap. I usually start making my plans around the beginning of December, like, because I want to know what the status is on all my projects before I start making plans. And I know that at the beginning of December because I do finish that Stitch December, which means the only projects I'm working on are whatever's already kind of close to a finish or I feel like could be completed with some focus. So a lot of my whips aren't going to get any more progress at that point. So I know where they're going to start off with January 1st. And so I can usually make my plans around that at that point. 1, 2, yes. I think I have 10 of my projects that are going in to finish that Stitch December this year. That's an approximation, but oops, came unthreaded. I think I'm going to kind of stick with what I did this year for my focus pieces, and it's just my 5 oldest projects. Which means you're going to see a couple repeats. I think we're going to finish a couple. Have a couple repeats, have a couple new things. issue I run into is I don't know whether or not any of that's close enough to get finished during the course of 2025, and therefore might even roll over to 2026. And then I'm probably going to start getting irritated. I don't want to do the same thing all the time. Be back in 10, gotta get my family out of the house. Hugs and kisses. Squish them baby cheeks. She's so cute. Good morning, Lori. Hope everyone is well and stitching. I'm well. I think most of chat would agree that they're doing pretty well today. Speaking of family stuff, gotta answer those text messages. Hey, Janet, also late to the party due to housework. Oh, fun. Hey, sometimes I'll throw lives on just to feel like I'm body doubling while I clean. Like, if somebody's constantly talking in my ear, then they're in the room with me. Whether it be FlossTube or Twitch or whatever. And I'll be here for about another hour. So, you're not missing out on too much. Just gotta figure out where I'm at now. Everything in the dishwasher and doing dishes while watching. I understand. Oh, emptying the dishwasher. Got it. Susan says hi to Janet. Janet is another one of our floss tubers. She is Janet Jabber here on FlossTube. So if you want to, or here on YouTube. YouTube is only FlossTube at this point for me. Do y'all watch anything other than FlossTube on YouTube? That's not true. I've been watching tutorial videos setting up this OBS software for 2 days now, but anyway, if you're interested, go check her out. She puts out pretty quick videos every week, and that's kind of what I like about her videos is, 20, 25 minutes and you can move on to the next person. It's great. Okay. I like having a mix of both those really quick ones and the ones that you spend all day watching. Are you sitting down now to stitch, Janet? If so, what are you working on today? I did 100 on Alice, Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream at the beginning of stream, and now I'm finishing up this 100 on QS Ladybugs. It's a daily 100 for me for this week. And then, oh, you're doing the Dancing with the Stars challenge. So she too is playing one of these games like I'm doing. This one's for the Great British Bake Off baking show. I'm just going to continue to call it the wrong thing. And then we'll see if we can get to our third daily 100 before I have to jump off and have some lunch. We're at 81 stitches currently on our first strand of floss, so that's pretty good. And now we're going to start our second one. I'm kind of traveling along the bottom so that I'm more or less framing in what's left here in the middle. Getting daily 30 in on Stars Hollow before Grands come over for the night. Pray for me, 2 to 1. You got this. You got this. Okay, don't do that. All right, we're good to go. I'm gonna work on this chat stuff that's going on over here. I want everybody to be able to read both chats because otherwise it seems a little strange when I talk to YouTube or Twitch individually. But I don't think we need it so big. And I'll probably try and put some kind of background behind it so that we can see it just a little bit better. I am using a ball tip needle today, and it is I like it, but it also like really grabs, especially on this, a little bit firm, even weave. It's interesting. At some points, doing the 2/1 on 28 count, it gets a little tight at times. But I really wanted the coverage to be good since it's not getting filled in. If it was getting filled in, there'd be no way I'd be doing the 2/1. But because like these sections, they were kind of a bugger. But I wanted the lines to be nice and thick and crisp. So this one actually might not be a bad one for my split into 12 next year. Like currently, and of course we're stitching on it all week, so this will change, but currently needs 2,200 stitches. So that would be like, what, 200 stitches a month? Less than. That might be a little too simple for my stitch along. Twitch is getting an ad break in 2 minutes. I do not know when the ad breaks happen on YouTube, but if you'll let me know, that'd be great. I think a lot of y'all have subscriptions, so you don't see the ads. I'm working on a section that is confetti heavy. Big blocks of color are close. Ooh, nice. You know, confetti is both a blessing and a curse. Sometimes it's nice, and sometimes it's kills the stitchy bug a little bit. But if you have big blocks coming up soon, that'll be helpful. It's one thing that's really nice about Phantom is it does, usually I'll get a couple really confetti heavy blocks and then a few pretty solid blocks, and that's nice. What really gets me is when you work on confetti and then you look back and you're like, why did I do that? Like one of the blocks I just did on Alice is basically like a checkerboard of 2 colors. Why couldn't we have just made it a solid color? But I'm not an artist, so I don't know. Oh, this one's a long one. Spoiled by my YouTube Premium. Girl, I get it. Sometimes when I'm watching Hulu or Netflix and I get tired of commercials, I'm like, okay, let's go watch some YouTube for a bit. Gotta get away from the commercials. Especially all the political ones right now. I just can't. We don't get any ads in Zambia, which is great. That's great. It's not too bad if you can, like, if they don't get too long. But when we're watching Paramount to watch Big Brother, and some of those commercials are longer than the amount of show that we had in between the commercials, especially on like live eviction night, because every little thing that they do, they commercial in between. It's like, man, it's ridiculous. Lori, do you have Pattern Keeper? And if so, what's your percentage right now? On this one, I'm at 81%. 81, 85. At Alice, I was at, I think I made it, I was still in the 53%, but like 53 point something. I know Jessie said she was in like the 80%. Ebony was at 2 or 4. And then Catherine was at the other one. I stretch or grab a snack during the ads. On YouTube, if you watch threads for a minimum of 30 seconds, they get funds. Gotcha. I don't mind watching ads because I do know it supports people. Like over on Twitch. I do have YouTube Premium, but I do know that it still pays them for the ads, even though I don't actually see them. So Every little bit counts, right? I hate it is at 1.5%. 488,600 total stitches. Very nice. It's a big one. My Alice is like 77,000 and this one is 12,000. So I do have bigger ones. A couple of my passive ones are Magic Study from Rose Con, and I have the travel bookshelf, I think. No, the Paris bookshelf. Anyway, they're really big. All right, so we have reached our goal. This is 107 stitches in here. I'm gonna take a picture and then we will look through the patterns real quick just in case anybody's new here or if you've changed your mind, and then we will pull out the next daily 100. Camera. I don't think I took a before picture of this one. It's okay. Rest of my whips are paper pattern. I use different color for each month. Oh, that's kind of fun because then you see how much time it took you. I used to use different highlighters on my digital program. I use Good Notes, and I would use a different highlighter each day of the week so I could see, like, you know, I worked on this last Sunday and did it, but I didn't stick with it because I forget, because I'm very forgetful. All right, I'm going to switch screens for a moment. Slowly getting the hang of this. Alrighty. I should have wrote down stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm almost ready. So I'm going to show off a few patterns just from my stock, and if you're interested, you just be the first to me, please. And then I will have a wheel. Let me move this over just a little bit. A wheel that I'll spin, and you'll get whatever discount that it lands on. So I'm going to be kind of quick about it so that we can finish up our last hour stitching on that other project. All right, so first I have Nightmare on Plaid Street. This is by Little Stitch Girl. They're 75 by 75 and about 11 colors. They are charted in Classic Colorworks and gassed, but they do have the DMC conversion on them. So this one is 18. Of course. Love You, Kiss You, Bye always takes an hour. Next up we have Good Witch, Bad Witch from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This one is $10. It 97 by 100 stitches in just 2 colors, both DMC. So that one is $10. All right, next we have Spooky from Needle Bling Designs. It's upside down. I knew it was. The light on this one just does not come through. All right, there we go. Spooky from Needle Bling Designs. This one is $8. We have Smile Pumpkin from Alessandra Adelaide. This one is $5 because it's a used chart. So, looks like she has a picture of a Polaroid on the front. $5. And then from Blackbird Designs, Thy Love More Strong. It's got 3 patterns in here. This one's $18. So, okay. I'm going to set those off to the side, and we're going to get the next project for our Daily 100 setup. Again, I'm doing a few of those each live just because it's all backstock, it's all easily forgotten about, and I'm just bringing attention to it again. And of course there's the possible discount. Only while you're here on the live. If you go to my website where they are listed, there won't be a discount. So, and it'll be different every live. Hey Becky, how are you today? I'm doing good. Doing good. We're about to get back to stitching. We had a brief little break there. And so, alright, there we go. This is Moonlight Sampler from the Blue Flower. I need to change tablets. Susan wants the Blackbird. Okay, let me switch screens again. Hold on. Where is it? Just chatting. Okay, I'm going to do a spin for Susan. Alright, Susan. It is 21% off. So, do I have your email? If not, you'll have to message me. Let me know, and I will get that invoice sent out later today. All right. Fun stuff, that wheel. I'm so excited that I got that working. All right. So, let's... That's a lot of fun. All right. This is Moonlight Sampler from the Blue Flower. It's my daily 100 for Big Brother. Until tomorrow. Well, I'll watch it on Monday and start a new one on Tuesday. So this one will be through Monday. See if my tablet stays alive long enough. I will be wrapping up the stream right around noon Central Standard Time today. No problem. Got a nice little discount there. That was great. All right. See if we can get through the whole 100 in the next 45 minutes. I'm really loving this piece. I'm excited that it keeps getting called for me to work on it. There we go. Light it up a little bit. What are you working on, Becky? Now, Becky's Madness for Crafting is also a floss tuber. I have your latest video on my watch later list because I saw where you're doing Monopoly, right? I definitely want to check that out. I just hadn't gotten to just yet. I wish YouTube had a shout out function like Twitch does. That would be great. 4, 5, 5. I am going to try and eventually get some sort of music background so that when I do go quiet, it's not so quiet. Mushroom Delivery Gnome by Soda Stitch. Oh, I bet that's adorable. I'm actually starting Monopoly Monday. Okay. That'll be fun. John was very sick this week, so we couldn't do a floss tube. I'm sorry to hear that he's sick. I hope he's feeling better. Did y'all fare well through the hurricane? I know it was rough for a lot of people. It still is going to be rough for a while. Right, let me highlight before I repeat. That's what usually happens to me, is my eyes won't continue to move on. So I'll re-stitch the same thing over and over. He's feeling better now. I'm glad to hear it. Don't want anybody feeling bad. Oops. I'm counting. It's not a skill I possess with most of the time. See, I think I already messed up. 3, 4. Okay, wait. Yep. See? See? Already. Do y'all want to see what frogging looks like? Because y'all never do this, right? Nobody else ever has to take out any stitches because you weren't paying attention. Yeah, it's pretty much everything I just put in. I know. It's because this one is supposed to be a 4, not a 5. Got ahead of myself. I like Monopoly game idea. I have 9 whips, so I'm doing 1 per side and 1 per token. 9th is for ghost space. I was literally taking out stitches when you said realize you needed to. It's all your fault. No. You're taking out stitches. Are you working on your Haid? Oh. That's even worse. That is even worse. Okay. We have 9 whips. 1 per side. 1 per... You have 4 tokens going on. And 1 per token. Oh, like the railroads, right? Maybe? That's the really fun thing about it, too, is it seems like everybody's playing it just a little bit different. So I have to know how everybody's playing it, right? So for like me, every space is a different whip because there's 22 properties on the board. So I have 22 whips listed around the edge, and the stitch count is based on like what you're trying to do. Are you trying to purchase it? Are you renting it? Are you renting it with multiple properties? Things like that. Tokens are player pieces. Okay. So let's say token number 1 rolls and lands on the first side. So you stitch on 2 whips for that, the 1 for the token and the 1 for that side. Is that how it's working? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. This one's gonna be 5. Yes, 2 whips. Okay. There you go. How do you decide your stitch count? Is that determined by where you are on the board, or is it based on your roll, or there's so many options, y'all. So many options. Really is a very versatile game, and some people are playing it solo and some people are playing it group, and it's fun. I know some people who the spaces are the stitch count and the whip is decided some other way. It's great fun. I like it. Danny said we should adapt one of his games into stitching. His games look scary. Like there's so many rules. Danny should adapt it into stitching for us. And then we'll attempt to play it. Like, I see some of the pictures you post on Instagram app where you give your score and his score and, whoever else plays. They look so scary. Mine is every space has a whip. I have 3 tokens depending on the week. Depends on how many rolls each token will do in 1 week. So whatever the token lands on is getting 1 day of stitching. There you go. There you go. So mine currently is a multiplayer game. I am thinking about maybe doing a solo at some point, but not while I'm trying to do Big Brother and Great British. And are we still doing Survivor? Like, is that a thing? Since Big Brother will be over by then. Anyway, so we'd have to watch a 4-hour video to learn the game itself, and then another 4-hour video for how to play it stitchy. The tokens are John, Becca, and I, and we're just racing around the board. Okay. Roll by 100. Right. Okay. So the dice, whatever you rolled, multiply it times 100 stitches. Rent is same in stitches. I'm figuring it out as I go, not buying properties, no new starts. I finished two before a new start. Okay. See, isn't this fun and exciting? So yeah, I'll eventually do a solo board. Right now I'm doing a group thing, and the player right before me is currently stitching, so I'll get to roll probably a little later tonight. And hopefully I land on a property, because my last round I didn't get to do anything. No stitching. And I think I'm far enough behind on the board that I'm just going to be paying rent to people from now on, but you never know. We haven't had our first complete go around past go yet. We're getting really close because I know a couple people are in the green section. And so there's another big change that comes with going past go. And then after that, I think we'll have pretty much flushed out all the nuances of the game, I think. Let me double check all this. I cackle watching Jen play and her doubles into jail. Nope, I did something wrong again. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. No, that's not. Wait. Why am I struggling with this so bad today? 1, 2, 3. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Now I tried to skip things. I was bummed for you last round. I don't own anything yet either. I own one from the very beginning. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay, it happens. It's gonna happen. Jen hates her piece for the jail spot. Well, I mean, that makes sense. If you're going to assign a piece to the jail spot, it should probably be one that you don't feel like working on. Because that's what jail's like, right? Twitch is getting an ad break in 20 seconds. Sorry, I just noticed that. I'm not getting any chat over in Twitch. I hope that that's because there's no chat and not because I'm not getting it. Let me go double check something. Okay, Susan, I did get your message just so that you're aware. And I will take care of that later today. Okay. But I was having this problem the other day where I wasn't getting any chat, so hopefully that's not the situation. Hi, Lore. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. I'll pop over to Twitch and test it. Okay. I appreciate that. Like even when I was going to watch other people on Twitch, the chat would just stay frozen the whole time. I don't know what the deal is. Twitch and I not getting along. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Just making sure. Looks good. I'm using a new Lore Stitches. Has a floss tube. Do I need to... Hold on. Oops. Go to channel. Subscribed. So yes, Lore Stitches there in chat is also a floss tuber. If you would like to go and follow her. I was able to click on her name in chat and then go to her page. I don't know if y'all can do that. If so, that's really cool. Well, you follow Jen too, so that works. We have about a little less than half an hour. I'm gonna try and get these 100 stitches in. What are you stitching on today? If you're stitching, you could be doing housework. We're fine with that around here too. I was actually on Zoom last night and cooking dinner at the same time. I'm the lady that had a son with a career we can't talk about. Has a son. Gotcha. This project is on 40 count, 1/2. And man, I like stitching with one strand. I always didn't think I would because I like the loop start so much, but it's so dainty and I like it. I don't know if I can split this one into 12. I still have a lot left on it. Look, y'all got me thinking. Next year. I'm stitching on a labyrinth piece based on the movie. Okay. This is the one with Jim Bowie and... oh my goodness. David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. I feel like I saw it recently. Or is it the poster? Like the movie cover? That would be a lot. Everyone's curious now. Yes, by the Little Stitcher. Okay. I saw that posted somewhere recently. Or is Jen doing that one too? I don't know. Like, it's ringing a bell and I just can't figure out where from. Called Labyrinth the Masked Ball. Got it on Etsy. You have it favorited but haven't bought it yet. I just had a featured friend with David. Maybe that's what it is, Janet. I saw your featured friend. Maybe that's it. Oh, okay. We were talking about the Little Stitcher recently. This is the one she's working on. It's not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of, I think, the one Janet's thinking of. But that one's super cute. Right, I need thread. we were talking about doing the Little Stitchers round robin at some point. Not the same as I showed. Yeah. So that's where. Gotta go. We have tickets to see Beetlejuice. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everyone. Have a good day, Kelly. Just sent me a video of Kitty dressed up as Jareth. Gonna have to look for that kitty video. Was it like a Facebook reel type video, or was it her own cat? He's a hairless cat and his name is Nudicrous. That is great. We have a friend who named her hairless cat Harry. Just dropped under 5K stitches of black left to do. Very nice. Have to go grab stuff for dinner. 39 years married today. Oh, happy anniversary. Almost completed 2 life sentences. Very nice. Well, enjoy. I hope y'all are doing something delicious for dinner. Personal sunshine is coming right along. Amazing you're getting any stitching done, having a chat with all of us. I will be here about 15 more minutes, just so everybody knows. Be closing shop around noon. Have some lunch, and then go stitch on something for the rest of the day. I haven't spun my wheel to know what yet. But I'll have all my daily 100s done. So thank y'all for keeping me company while I did this. Under 5K is not long to finish. Well, that's just her black stitches. She still has another bit to go, but she's at 80 something percent, 81%, so she's doing really good. 17,000 to go overall. Considering it's black, that's a big accomplishment. It really is. Because it's usually the most in any piece. Especially in that one that's framed so darkly. One percent of 4,860 stitches on my head. Oh, 1% is. Gotcha. Started with over 33,000 stitches in black. And we're under 5,000 now. What year did you start Personal Sunshine? My largest piece is just under 700,000 stitches, and since it's a stained glass piece, there are too many black stitches to show on the top corner of our pattern keeper. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. January 2016. So yours hasn't hit 10 years either. See where I'm at. We're getting close. Just 10 more stitches. Then I will go through the patterns one last time. If y'all don't want to stick around for that, that's fine. And then we will wrap up stream and see y'all next Thursday. A bunch of Disney scenes. Oh, I've seen that one. So I'm stitching it per scene, so I'm not driving myself too crazy. That's neat. I have seen that one. My Aristocats is one of the stained glass ones, and I absolutely love it. I'm doing all the black first, and it's the first time I've ever done that on a full coverage, but I'm really enjoying it. But it's going rather quick. I mean, it's not super huge or anything. So I've already finished the first row of pages, and I'm coming up the second row of pages. And I think I've done all the way across the bottom, so I know the length and width of the project. bought Anchor to try my next start, the Anchor Black. I have some around here somewhere. Eat. We are getting close to the end of stream. If you want to put in guesses of how many stitches we managed today, we have been on air for almost 3 hours. Y'all can make guesses. Today's is a little bit easy since we changed projects. Hint, hint. And the closest to getting it without going over will get added to the giveaway. If anybody guesses exactly, then they will also get added to the giveaway. If that happens to be the same person, they will get 2 entries. $306 stitches from Holly. I haven't even counted this yet. Okay, we got Jesse. Do I try to film or stitch this afternoon? It's not Wednesday. I thought we were filming on Wednesdays. Jesse says 3:11. But you didn't make it this last Wednesday. That's what it is, right? Becky says 190. Heather says 326. Susan says 308. Lori says 217. And Laura says 301. Both. You want to do a live where you stitch and chat? We'll all be down for that. We're there. All right. So here is where I stopped on Moonlight Sampler. I will stitch on it again tomorrow. It's awesome. All right, I'm going to switch screens real quick. We have our discount wheel already on the screen. There's my tablet. It's been a few weeks, so it's going to be a big one. Oh, you do have a whole afternoon home by yourself. Hey, Rachel Ray. Welcome in. We're just ending stream. I'm sorry. All right. But we have one more bit of goodness before we finish up. So I'm going to go through a few, let me turn that off. A few patterns that I have from stock. Just things that have been here a little bit and we're trying to clear out. I will show it if you me please it first, then I will spin a discount wheel and see what your discount is. So gotta flip my pile over here. All right, first we have Nightmare on Plaid Street from Little Stitch Girl. It's these 3 houses. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Looks like a green, a purple, and an orange. Super cute. I want to stitch these. So cute. This is 18. Each one of those is 75 by 75. It happens. All right. So this one is 18 if anybody is interested. Next, we have Good Witch, Bad Witch from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This one is $10. They're 97 by 100 stitches with just 2 colors of floss on each one. Looks like they'll fit perfectly in a hoop. You can have it finished in time for Halloween. Not really, but super cute. This one is 10. Next is Spooky. I'm gonna hold that upside down every single time. Spooky from Needle Bling Designs. This one is $8. It's part of a Halloween series. It's number 1 of 7. But cute all on its own too. And then, make sure I'm not missing that. Okay. And this is Smile Pumpkin from Alessandra Adelaide. This is a used chart, so it's only $5. It's 3 colors, 205 by 210. It's not small. It's so cute. So that is it today. I will have something new and different next time. We're gonna go ahead and snooze the ad over on Twitch because we are finishing up. We don't want them to have to deal with that. So today we stitched on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. We stitched on QS Ladybugs and Moonlight Sampler. Finished by Halloween. Have you met me? I know. It was total like. Yeah, no. I bet that's quite a bit of stitching in there. Most of Erin's stuff is. It's cute though. So. All right. Last things last. It looks my total stitch count. Halloween 2025, maybe. Even then, that may be a long shot for some of us with hundreds of projects. I did 111 on Moonlight Sampler, 107 on QS Ladybugs, and exactly 100 on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream, for a total of 318. And Jessie was closest with 311. So Jessie's name goes on our list for a 3rd time. Now, for those of you that don't have, like, who are visiting from YouTube but don't have a preference between YouTube and Twitch, I am going to eventually have a game over on Twitch that will allow you to get an entry, plus you can use channel points to purchase an entry. So if you want to check that out at any point, I just wanted to give you a heads up. So today is the 5th, and Jessie was closest. All right. So on Thursday, I will have a kit and stitch. I'm going to shoot for 8 o'clock like we did this last week, but I have to check with Lexi because I think the football game's on Thursday this week instead of Friday. So I might have to adjust accordingly. It may have to be earlier in the afternoon. So I hope y'all, oh, I got to find somebody to raid. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday and get more stitching done. Visit with any of the many floss tubers that came to visit with us today. I think that is wonderful. So much fun. And just gotta set this up. That takes a minute. Kayla just went live. Definitely have to raid into her. So for those of you on Twitch, you are heading to go see Zach. And I think I did that right. Yeah. Good to see you. I will see y'all next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful Saturday.